7 layers of cybersecurity. Human layer. This layer deals with the human behavior towards the system and how they protect the system's data. To increase security in this layer, humans should be completely aware of the harm that threats can pose to the system. They should have sound security practices, such as using strong passwords, detecting phishing attempts, and tackling threats if the system is breached. Concisely, this layer incorporates the management controls of the users. Despite being known as the weakest link in the security chain, the human layer is a very necessary layer. It incorporates management controls and phishing simulations as an example. These human management controls aim to protect that which is most critical to a business in terms of security. This includes the very real threat that humans, cyber attackers, and malicious users pose to a business. Most organizations don't realize how vulnerable they really are to attack. Some of the easiest fixes are as simple as having a properly configured business-class firewall, ensuring good patch management for your systems, and enabling good security policies. We are taking this layer very light, but believe me, most of the scammer love this. Perimeter security layer. This is the exchange point where other devices or networks retrieve and access all the data. This includes all the devices connected to a particular network. It ensures that both the physical and digital security mechanisms protect the system, mainly implemented using firewalls, intrusion detection systems. This security layer ensures that both the physical and digital security methods protect a business as a whole. It includes things like firewalls that protect the business network against external forces. The perimeter layer stops most attackers. It stops the spam, the petty thief, the automatic scanning tools run by anonymous curious cats. The perimeter is both the most effective layer from a numbers standpoint, but often the worst configured, where a single mistake can allow anything in. Like a gate left open. This layer responsible for firewalls, spam filter, intrusion detection, and intrusion prevention. Network. This is the layer where all the related security features are placed to protect the network from unauthorized access. Restricted access is given to the user so that if there is some attack, it is not fatal for the whole network and is restricted to only that network domain. The goal is to prevent unauthorized access to the network. It is crucial to regularly update all systems on the business network with the necessary security patches, including encryption. It's always best to disable unused interfaces to further guard against any threats. Network security is the field of cybersecurity focused on protecting computer networks from cyber threats. Network security has 3 chief aims: to prevent unauthorized access to network resources, to detect and stop cyberattacks and security breaches in progress, and to ensure that authorized users have secure access to the network resources they need. This layer responsible for secure design and topology, VLANs, multilayer firewalls and multi-layer switches. Some of the most common threats to network and computer systems are distributed denial of service attacks, malware, spyware, adware, computer worms, botnets, Trojan horses. Endpoint security layer. This layer ensures that the threats do not exploit the endpoints, the devices. An example is installing antivirus software to protect mobile devices, desktops, and laptops. This layer can either be implemented on the network or cloud, depending on the requirement of the system. Endpoint encryption is the basis of security on this layer, ensuring that devices run in a secure environment. Endpoint can be a computer, or a server, or even a phone. Antivirus really rules the market here when it comes to endpoint security. They come in many different flavors such as signature-based, behavioral-based, heuristic, etc. But chances are that everyone has one of these products installed. And if you know all these products, you can bet that the bad guys do as well. It's helpful, like a firewall, it will stop most attackers. This layer responsible for antivirus, software firewalls, breach detection agents. Application security. Controls for application security guard against access to an application, access to your mission-critical assets by an application, and internal application security. The most basic thing you can do here is to keep your programs up to date. This guarantees that the application is as secure as possible and that any known security vulnerabilities are addressed. This layer is responsible for patching, updates. Data. This layer is where security mechanisms are implemented to protect data transfer and storage. Backup security measures can be used to prevent the loss of data. For example, disk encryption and two-factor authentication protect the transfer of data and archiving for storage. At this level, keeping things secure entails file and disk encryption, frequent backups of all crucial data and procedures, two-factor authentication, enterprise rights management, and rules that make sure data is erased from devices that are no longer in use or that are being given to another employee. This layer is responsible for encryption at rest and in motion. Mission critical. This is the data that is most critical to protect, for which all the security measures are maintained and designed. Users can have regular backups and recovery plans to secure their data. As we saw, that the layer that is absolutely critical to protect. Think financial records, medical records, operating systems, or your entire cloud infrastructure. Anything that would stop a business from operating in the event of a data breach. Every business has unique mission-critical assets that each require their own protection. This layer is responsible for backups, response, and recovery plans.